The darkness that shrouds Collinwood is particularly ominous on this night, for Victoria Winters has disappeared. Two men are searching for her through the forest that surrounds the great estate. One of them fears for her life.
Vicky! Vicky! Vicky!
Another man is about to know another kind of fear, a fear that will mount to terror, the greatest terror he could possibly know.
Vicky! Vicky!
Why are they howling that way? I am cured of what I was. I must sense something is happening. What could it be? Why do they keep howling that way? Why?
Have you seen anything?
What?
I said, have you seen anything? Any sign of Vicky?
No.
And neither have I. So I think we should call the police.
Do you hear it?
Hear what?
Those dogs. Howling.
Well, sure. What about it?
I wasn't sure whether they were really howling or whether it was my imagination.
Why would you imagine dogs howling?
Never mind.
Are you all right?
Of course I'm all right. I'm worried about Vicky, that's all.
Yes, so am I. Have you searched this section of the woods?
No.
Well, I'll search over there. Why don't you head down in that direction?
All right.
What's the matter?
Nothing.
Are you sure? Are you sure you're all right?
Why wouldn't I be?
The expression on your face just now. I don't know exactly how to describe it. It was almost wild.
I told you I'm all right. I'm worried about Vicky, that's all. And we're wasting time.
Mr. Blair!
Jennings!
Oh, did I startle you?
Yes, I didn't hear you coming.
Oh, I'm sorry.
What are you doing down here?
I finished the wiring upstairs. Wondered if there's anything else around here you wanted me to do.
No, not tonight. It's getting late. You'd better go.
Well, before I do, you mind if I take a look around the cellar?
Take a look around.
Yeah, I'd like to kind of get an idea how much more stuff there is to be done.
Oh, I don't think that'll be necessary. This cellar is in very good condition.
Well, never tell in these old houses. Might be something you never thought of. I better just take a look, make sure all the foundations are solid.
Jennings!
What's that?
What does it look like?
A coffin.
That's what it is.
What's it doing here?
I don't know.
You don't know?
No, I found it here just as you did. I'm as amazed by it as you are.
Did you tell the police about this?
It's not necessary. The coffin is empty. But I certainly do intend to get rid of it.
Oh, I see.
Perhaps it was left here by someone as a bizarre kind of practical joke.
Yeah, it's some joke.
I agree with you. I fail to see the humor in it myself.
I think I better be going.
All right, Jennings. Good night.
Good night.
Too bad you had to open that door, Jennings. I could almost pity you, knowing what must be in store for you now.
That coffin. What was it doing there? The Collins family wouldn't store a coffin in the basement of one of their houses. Blair was lying. He didn't find it there. If he had, he would have done something about it. And right away. He's been living in that house for days. What would he want with a coffin? There's something weird going on. I'm gonna tell the sheriff. I'm not going back to that house till I find out what's going on there. What's that? Who is it? Who's there? Who are you? What are you doing out here? Why don't you say anything? Why don't you answer me?
Vicky! Vicky!
And so it has begun.
Poor Jennings. I didn't intend to begin it with you. A pity you had to discover Angelique's coffin. But then, you aren't the only one who's going to suffer. Another will know far greater suffering than you.
Barnabas? Barnabas?
Julia,
What's wrong with you?
what am I doing here?
What?
A moment ago, I was in the woods. No, I'm here. I don't...
Barnabas, you're not making any sense.
I don't understand what's happening to me.
Apparently you suffered from some kind of blackout.
But why?
I don't know, but let me examine you.
No. Listen!
Yes, I hear them.
They haven't howled that way since...
Since you were cured, I know.
What does it mean?
Perhaps it doesn't mean anything.
It must. Something happened in the woods tonight. I can feel it. I can sense it.
What happened?
I don't know. All I know is something did happen. And the possibilities are horrifying.
Barnabas, come into the drawing room. I insist on examining you.
No, I don't have time for that. I've got to go on searching for Vicky.
For Vicky?
Yes, Vicky. She's been kidnapped.
Kidnapped?
Yes, by Adam.
Why would Adam kidnap Vicky?
He's holding her for ransom until he gets what he wants.
I don't understand.
He wants us to make another human being. He wants us to make a mate for him.
What?
He came to the house and making that demand. He said if we would make a mate for him, he would go away with her and never bother us again.
And of course you told him that it was impossible.
Yes, of course I did.
What did he say?
He said that I'd be sorry, that he'd find a way of getting revenge.
That's why you think he kidnapped Vicky.
He must have. Because shortly after that, Vicky came to the house. He must have seen us together. He must have realized my feelings for her. And that he could harm her and get his revenge.
Barnabas, are you sure? Are you sure that Adam is responsible?
He said he wanted his revenge. And shortly after that, Vicky disappeared. There must be a connection between the two.
Not necessarily. How long has Vicky been missing?
About an hour.
Well, isn't it possible that she simply went into town?
No, it isn't possible.
Why not?
Well, because Jeff Clark was waiting here at Collinwood. And she left the old house about an hour ago, and she just disappeared. She disappeared somewhere between the old house and here.
I find it very difficult to believe that Adam has the intelligence to think up as intricate a plot as that.
Oh, he's changed drastically. When I last saw him, he could only say a few words. But when he came to the house tonight, his speech was very coherent.
Who's been teaching him? Stokes? Carolyn?
I don't know. I wish I knew, but all I do know is that the change in him is amazing. And he's dangerous. Much more dangerous than he was before.
Barnabas, do you know what that means?
It means we've got to find him before he does any harm to her, if he hasn't already.
No, it means far more than that. It means that Adam knows what he is. He knows he was created. He knows all about the experiment. Everything. And he's able to communicate everything he knows.
Yes.
Someone must have told him about the experiment. He isn't capable of remembering it himself, just as a child isn't capable of remembering the moment that it was born. Someone must have told him, but who?
I don't know how to answer all your questions. The only thing I do know is we're wasting time talking. Julia, I'm going to call the police.
No, Barnabas, don't.
I must.
No.
Vicky's in danger.
We're in danger, too.
What do you mean?
If the police capture Adam, then he will tell about the experiment and your participation in it. You're risking exposure for both of us.
I'm willing to take that risk for Vicky.
I am not.
Julia, I'm going to make that phone call.
No, Barnabas.
Julia, please.
Mr. Blair.
Good evening, Dr. Hoffman. Miss Collins. Is Carolyn at home?
No, she isn't at home. She went into town.
Oh, do you know when she'll be back? I wanted to speak to her about the house.
No, I don't know when she'll be back.
Well, you seem distressed. Is anything wrong?
Yes, Vicky Winters has disappeared.
Really? Well, I certainly hope that she is all right.
Yes, so do we.
Well, that accounts for it then.
Accounts for what?
Well, perhaps I shouldn't mention it, but your behavior in the woods, Mr. Collins, it did seem rather strange.
My behavior?
Yes, I saw you in the woods on the way over here. You were running, and you had a strange expression on your face. It did seem rather odd.
In what way?
Well, your face was distorted, as though you were frightened or angry or something. And I got the distinct impression you were running away from something. I couldn't imagine what it was. It was curious, most curious.
I was in the woods looking for Vicky. I'm very worried about her.
Yes, we all are.
Well, naturally, if there's anything I can do.
Jeff.
What's happened? What's going on?
I've got to use the phone. Operator, get me the police. Yes, it's an emergency.
Is it Vicky? She isn't.
Sheriff, this is Jeff Clark. I'm calling from Collinwood. You better get up here right away. I just found a dead man in the woods.
A dead man?
I don't know if he's dead or not. If he isn't, he's almost dead. Yes. Yes, and my fiancée has disappeared. And I'm afraid that the same maniac that attacked this man has kidnapped her. No. Listen, I'll answer all your questions. Just come up here right away. Yes, and bring plenty of men. Yes, I'll meet you at the gate.
You found a dead man in the woods. Who is he?
I don't know. I've never seen him before in my life.
Well, what happened to him?
He must have been attacked by some maniac. He had 2 gaping wounds.
Where are the wounds?
In the neck.
In the neck?
If this madman gets a hold of Vicky, I've got to get down to the gate and meet the sheriff.
No. Perhaps you better tell me where this man is. Perhaps I can help him.
No, there isn't time. He's a long ways from here. The sheriff is going to bring in doctors and an ambulance. They'll be able to find him quicker than you.
All right.
Who could this man be?
Barnabas.
Where did Blair go?
Blair?
He was here a minute ago. Where did he go?
I don't know, and I don't care. Barnabas, I have to talk to you.
I'm sorry. I have to go and search for Vicky.
Barnabas, we must talk now.
What is it?
Barnabas, are you responsible for that man in the woods?
No.
Barnabas, you have to tell me the truth. Have you become...
No, Julia.
You behaved very peculiarly when you first arrived here at Collinwood. You said there was some time that you were in the woods that you don't remember. Isn't it possible?
No, it isn't possible. If I had reverted, I'd know. I'd have been cured.
Are you certain?
I swear to you, I did not attack that man. I know nothing about it. Absolutely nothing. Now, you must believe me.
All right, Barnabas, I believe you. But a man was attacked, and we know how he was attacked.
Yes.
And if you didn't attack him, then someone else did. That means that someone else is capable of attacking someone in that way. That means that somewhere in our midst, there is another vampire.